So the scene starts with this guy, Mad Dog, holding this guy, Jaka, at gunpoint. He's doing this because in this movie, The Raid Redemption, Mad Dog is a guard for the owner of this building that these officers are raiding. Jaka's the leader of this police force, and Mad Dog caught Jaka off guard and now has him trapped in this room. I made my first video on the raid's first 2 fight scenes, and this is essentially part 2.
Let's do this!
So, Mad Dog had a gun on him, and then set it down in monologues about a gun being too quick, like ordering takeout. He prefers to use his hands. He makes it harder on himself on purpose. Then he pauses for a second, and it starts. He jumps up flying at him with an elbow, and BAM! A kick to the side of the knee. MCL gone. Rama did this a lot, except more of the back of the knee. Then a kick to the side of the head before kicking him back. I want to set this precedent now. Mad Dog, Yayan Ruhian, amazing kicks. Absolute master at every level of kick in Silat. Watch. He kicks the elbow, the side, then at the head again. Heel back before finally landing one. Think of the strength, flexibility, and balance needed to do something like this. It takes a lot of training, but it's very achievable. This guy is just elite at it. Now at the same time, Jaka is elite at the dodges and blocks. Throughout this fight, his evasion is at elite levels. Though he's very good at it, it means he's rarely on the offensive because Mad Dog is so aggressive. Jaka kicks at him, and Mad Dog pushes off the leg, thereby blocking it, and then spinning into a back fist which Jaka dodges, continuing the momentum into a punch where Jaka transfers it and boom! Jaka's actor, Joe Taslim, knows extensive judo from a young age, and he was trained in Silat for this movie, but you can see they implement his judo abilities throughout this fight. Mad Dog shoves a kick back, then throws a punch that Jaka parries with his left hand, then carries it further with his right hand. Mad Dog takes that right hand and holds it down, throwing another punch, but actually takes that block and wraps it down to open up the body for multiple blows. I like that wrap. Good for trapping limbs. Jaka runs him back, and Mad Dog elbows him at his back. Rama did this. Chris Hemsworth did this. It's really all you can do when someone's below you holding you like this. Jaka throws him back and onto the ground before charging at him again. Then Mad Dog transfers the fall into a roll and dodges Jaka's knee, kicks him, and then holds his face against the wall with a high kick. Again, Mad Dog has insane leg strength, adductors, abductors, balance, technique, etc. Jaka is able to take that leg though and throw him into this cabinet. Jaka then gets him in a rear naked choke and stop. What do you think Mad Dog should do in this situation? I'll let Boss Rutan take it from here.
Kick to the leg, heel to the groin. This I'll come back with a headbutt.
Mad Dog elbows him a few times before being able to get out of it. What Boss Rutan is saying is to use your legs to hit his knee, heel to the balls, or a headbutt
to the side.
Elbowing isn't as plausible because you can't generate as much force when you're in this situation.
A lot of people think going to the side, what we see in the movies.
Hey, wait! This is a movie!
But there is no power in this because you cannot create any distance.
Yes, even though this is the raid, parts of these fight scenes are unrealistic or could be done a little bit better. So, if you're Mad Dog in this scenario, you could waste your time and energy on elbowing. Remember, it takes 5 to 10 seconds to choke someone unconscious. Or you could increase your chances by flinging yourself down, give it a headbutt,
heel to the heel,
whatever. But remember, you're being choked out from someone behind you. You are not in the driver's seat here. It's not like everything's gonna work, but you gotta try. After Mad Dog double knees him in the face, he runs into the wall, backflipping off of it, holding his arm the whole time, performing a joint lock on the arm. First off, look at how easy this backflip looked. He has insane agility and complete spatial awareness. Next, this is a very creative way to perform a joint lock. Mad Dog, or in this situation, Mad Doofus, just drops the hand just like this dude from the Machete Gang fight. This is because the movies know that a joint lock would end the fight. You gain complete control over someone. They're very hard to do in fast-moving action like this because people aren't just going to let you grab their wrist and bend it the wrong way. But when you're able to get it, boom, it's over. That's why joint locks are really good for bar scenarios or fighting people that don't know how to fight, because you can very subtly and very easily take a joint and bend it the wrong way.
You can still inflict pain via the joints.
Mad Dog kicks the back of his knee. If you saw my last video, you know this is the Rama staple. Then he propels off the wall to do a devious knee to the face. That is just brutal. They keep brawling. Then he punches the inside of his knee. Now his LCL is done. They get to this point where Jaka is choking him out, and they're both making these animal struggling noises. This scene is doing so well at showing the brutality and exhaustion from two people doing their absolute hardest to kill each other. Mad Dog gives him off with his leg. When someone's on top of you like this, you use your hips to give yourself space to get out, throw them off, etc. Jaka dodges a front kick and a hook kick. Block, pass around, opening up this space for Jaka to elbow, but he gets stopped, where he then grabs at the neck. Mad Dog slips under it, drops a few blows before another hit to the side of the knee, LCL. Inside of the knee is the Mad Dog staple. He rolls him over, a few more kicks blocked, and Jaka brings his leg in to twist him over onto the ground. He crawls on him, where Mad Dog elbows him in the head. Here, this is more smart because he's grounded and he can get more power. But he could also have done a headbutt. He rolls out and Mad Dog kicks at him 3 times. This fight is like yin and yang. Mad Dog is super aggressively attacking, while Jaka is insane at dodging and blocking. They complement each other really well. Jaka gets kneed in the face for the 100th time before he attempts his first high kick, which Mad Dog passes around his head, putting Jaka in a very, very vulnerable position. He tried to stand up, but Mad Dog clamps that tibial nerve into a deep depression. And watch this. He whips his body clockwise around Jaka to deliver a supercharged knee to the face. Bam! Jaka lays on the floor, gripping his nose. Mad Dog looks to the sky, relishing in this moment. Look at him. He's an absolute animal. He throws him down, drags him up, and kills him. Then he just stands there. This scene is just, wow. It's so good. You gotta go watch this movie. By the way, Jaka caught like 50 knees to the face in this entire fight. It has me thinking, I mean, it's a knee. It's super hard. I mean, just like an elbow, but like 10 times more powerful. His nose should have been broken after the first knee. My favorite part about this fight scene, along with the other scenes in this movie, is just how fast it is. Like I was saying with Mad Dog, he's so agile and quick. But the scene with the fastest moves, literal eye candy to watch, is the fight in the narcotics lab. It starts with a guy spotting these two. He shoots at them, but Rama's right there to grab his wrist and throw him over the ledge. By the way, when you watch this movie, because you will, the music during this scene is so good. Then it cuts to the narcotics lab where this guy is being thrown into a pile of trash to start it off. Rama starts windmilling, and before everything starts, if I could explain this whole fight in one word, especially near the end of it, the word would be speed. All the fighting in this movie is with speed, but this fight specifically stands out to me in that respect. He parries the first guy's punch and maybe throat chops him twice, or 2 odd palm strikes, not sure, but his hand is in a C shape if it's a throat chop. When going for the throat, the idea is to collapse the trachea to momentarily but completely stop your opponent. So from different angles of them, there's a C shape of the hand, chopping with the owner's side, then chopping with the thumb tucked in. That's the idea, but they can still kill.
Make sure it is a life or death situation, because you can crack the tracheal rings and somebody could die.
Don't throat chop the high school bully, throat chop the kidnapper.
I'm here talking to this guy, he starts talking bad about my wife or something.
Well, that's a little extreme. Double side note, learn not to let words affect your behavior. Rama parries another punch and bam! Owner side throat chop. At this angle he's chopping at it, it's more likely to hit his chin. Better to come up at like a 45-degree angle.
Whatever strike you're using, you're coming up because you don't want to hit their chin.
Then Rama spins clockwise onto his knee to sweep this guy's legs out. Beautiful. Then a guy's tackling him. What can Rama do? Exactly, elbowing and kneeing. It cuts to this guy, and this dude's actually gnarly. I love this character. He kicks the top of his knee, sliding it back, and if you hit the top of the knee like this, it is really painful. Smooth transition to the next dude, and he punches the side of his neck, then picks him up by the neck and slams him down. First off, don't give this stunt dude an Oscar. And second, picking him up like this is honestly not that far off. Like I said in my last video, everyone in these scenes is skin and bones. So with the right momentum, this dude's for sure light enough to get picked up and dropped like this. For sure. He checks the next guy's kick with his shin, using that spin to punch him, then heals his face. Yeah, I like this character. We see the old guy. Don't really care. Rama blocks a bunch of hands, then hits the solar plexus. That's a common thing he does. Then he dodges under a kick, blocks the next one, simultaneously kicking the other leg out from under him, then spin kicks him in the face. I'll talk more about this when I go over the final fight versus Mad Dog, but the rotational themes in C-Lot are what make it so satisfying to watch and so brutal in real life. These guys move like water. He catches the next dude's kick, goes under it, then throws him in the wall. First off, parallels. Mad Dog passing a kick over and getting thrown into a cabinet. Second off, throughout this whole movie, people are just eating kicks like it's no big deal. To the body, to the arms, catching them. Kicks are insanely powerful and painful, especially if it's coming from anyone in this movie. We go back to the gnarly dude, and they get close so he elbows him. Perfect. Then he spins him like this. Liam Neeson did this. Ben Affleck did this. I said I didn't know the name of the move. I got several comments giving me a different name for it each time. A clock throw, a Pooter Kapala. Same thing with the windmill. There's multiple names for it. So to make things easier, I just gave it my own name. This is C-Lot. So this move is a Puder Kapala, but it's a little different each time. And in other martial arts, a Puder Kapala or very similar move has a different name. I am going to call it a Puder Kapala though. So he does that and throws him over his shoulder just by holding his head. Very, very brutal. Dodges the next dude's punch before a torrential kick to the torso. Tyler Rake style. I like it. Then he throws the next dude who's running at him on a table into a filing cabinet. Cut back to Rama, windmilling. Now, the dude coming at him has a knife. He passes the arm left, then grabs the arm to palm strike his chest, kick the back of his knee, the Rama staple, then bends the knife into the back of his neck / his trap. He disarms the knife, and look at what he does. He switches the grip to an ice pick grip, exactly like he did in the fight scene versus the Machete Gang. Rama loves the ice pick grip. You can watch my last video on why he does this. Rama slices across his arm. I've spoken about this countless times. Man from Nowhere did this. Slicing the arms to destroy the grip of your opponent by slicing tendons, the brachial plexus, etc. It's immediate incapacitation of their limbs. He then slices 4 times, stomach, leg, neck. Then he stabs the back of both of these guys' necks. With knives, Rama tends to stab in the back of the neck or the trap area. Rama goes to stab, but he gets blocked. Then he uses his forearm to stop the incoming knife. They fling out, and this guy pump fakes Rama with the knife and kicks at him multiple times. Knocks Rama down with the knees. He's getting a taste of his own medicine. Then he stops the knife by crossing his arms. He swings it to the side, and this next sequence is beautiful. First, I want you to pay attention and see how he's able to disarm the knife. So he blocked and passed the weapon arm in, then does the same thing. Then again redirects the arm inwardly. This is the mechanic of the windmill I talked about last video. Spinning the arms inward to pull the opponent in as a defensive move, but to then counter offensively. And what's his counter? Slicing the arm. Immediately takes his grip away on the weapon. Boom! Rama does this in a blink and you'll miss it motion. And it's the exact right move to make. Then he stabs his stomach, screenshot, spins him around, Puder Kapala, and slices his neck. He did a very similar finishing blow earlier. Then the gnarly guy sprinting at this dude, takes him down and pulls his face into the bottom of this table. This is so feral. I can see how fast he's going, the rage he has with the ferocity in his actions. He gets hit with a trash bin and barrels through it like an unstoppable force. He's gnarly. I love it. He checks a kick and then hits the other knee so quickly. LCL gone. Then this guy blocks his kick and jumps up, hesitates before a front kick. These two are skilled, and we're starting to get into a feint in a feint in a feint territory now. This guy parries a punch and uses that momentum to spin into a back fist, which this guy dodges by spinning into a high kick, which he then continues that spin to another kick. Wow, this is cinema. The circular and spinning techniques of Silat, it's called Galek. But again, like I said earlier, I'll delve deeper into that on the final fight scene. Then this guy redirects this punch by getting out of the way and uses his left arm to sand the floor. Then a couple hits and a triple elbow are enough to put him down. He then walks, looking for his next prey. I would too if I were this guy. A guy goes for a kick, which he picks up and lands him on his neck, and actually snaps it with his foot. Okay, this next part is the absolute best part of the whole fight scene. This is where you need to envision true speed. Rama runs up onto this table and sprints across it. This next dude vaults the table like it's nothing and keeps moving like a lightning bolt. I mean, look at that. Look at that. He goes to slide tackle Rama on a table of what seems like cocaine. This might be where the speed's coming from. Rama flies over him, and this guy spins to kick him in the face. He uses that spin to stand himself up. Side kick stopped, front kick put down, and whoa. Okay, he put both hands down with the windmill motion, got his punch taken where he pulls it back and forth, getting a grip on the wrist. Looks like he's trying to go for a wrist lock, but Rama gets out of it. Then a back fist, 2 more back fists. Rama blocks 2 punches and then punches the inside of his arm. Boom! Brachial plexus. Shocks the arm, painful, can't use your grip. After further analysis, I think he just hits him in the torso. Or maybe the armpit. I could say the solar plexus, since he does that a lot. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Rama throws him down on the table, kicks over his head, and transfers that into a spinning heel kick. But he gets caught. What do you think's gonna happen now? He's gonna get mad dog. So he gets thrown down. His arms aren't windmilling, but his head is still doing that side to side thing he does. Rama kicks at his knees to break them down and kicks him back. This guy throws a tray, as if it's going to do anything. Rama windmills, gets his punch blocked by both of this guy's hands, so he grabs the back of his neck to slam his own hands into his face. This is very subtle, but as he's pushing him back, he does a shin scrape. Shin scrapes are very painful. They're just another part of the body that you can use as a pain point in self-defense. He dodges a kick, but gets kicked back. Rama windmills, then blocks every punch with his right hand. A parry, a block, a hit downward, puts his hand behind his head, likely going for a Puder Kapala, but he gets out of it and catches this arm up here, where this guy thrusts it downward, seemingly locking up Rama's wrist and elbow because of the pain in Rama's face, and there's actually a bone crack sound effect that plays. Bunch of punching and blocking. Rama lands a punch, a kick to the stomach, 2 punches, then windmills into a spinning back heel leg sweep, completely dropping this guy. Wow, I'd like 1 round of applause for that fight scene. Good fight scene. The speed, the choreography. Alright, I'm gonna get real for a moment. If you take away the aspect of action movies where you can learn from them, you can enjoy the story, the characters, the cinematography, whatever. When you take all of that away, at the very least, if you have an understanding of self-defense and martial arts, you can appreciate these movies so much better. It's literally appreciating art. Because a fight scene that goes as quick as this, even the trained eye misses stuff. But to the untrained eye, some fight scenes are like, yeah, they look cool, but that's about it. But once you understand it, you can appreciate it so much more. I think The Raid is so good at that because the untrained eye is able to appreciate it a lot. But when you actually look into it, when you slow it down, when you understand the choreography, you realize just how great it actually is. Because it's good. Like, it's really good. I love it. I genuinely love it. So yeah, movie makers, directors, take notes. Hire some real martial artists as your actors for your action movie. Something I really appreciate about this movie, not just the action, is how dirty and hot it looks. Like, this building must reek because everything looks disgusting and everyone is wearing baggy clothes and sweating profusely through them. And Mad Dog's hair and shirt being drenched after fighting Jaka, man, it looks real. It adds to the exhaustion of all this fighting. It's awesome. Anyway, these 2 fight scenes, really good. I especially like the narcotics scene. I just really messed with it, especially the gnarly dude. But yeah, the next video is going to be on the final fight scene against Mad Dog. It's absolutely insane. It's guaranteed the best fight scene of this entire movie. I saw someone say that that scene went on too long. No, it did not. It was perfect. But you'll see that whenever I post that video. Anyway, great fight scenes, awesome choreography. New video soon. Peace.